Whenever I see someone that's browsing at the shelves at Target or Walmart, just browsing at the shelves, I strain my neck to see how they'll proceed. And when they grab Monopoly, I simply have to stop them, 'cause I know exactly what they need. I have something to say. Although you think you found the game to play, you're determined, but I have to disagree. Monopoly is plain to see. This game is popular. Monopoly's popular. The game with its redding rail and that go to jail and the house free parking rule. Oh, the way that you anxiously flirt with bankruptcy. Stuff that makes a game uncool, yet it's popular. It's long and it's popular. Although I am one who dreams you'll pick better themes from the ones here on the shelf. And they're great, if I do humbly say so myself. You could be building nuclear technologies, crafting all the latest types of bourbon recipes, or teaming up to fly a plane with dice and ease it to a landing. I'm not understanding why that old game's still popular. Why should it be popular when you could speed down the road, try not to explode, and roll that big collision die? Vehicular destruction better than Monopoly. Why? La 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 la. The games that should be popular. You could be collecting creatures, massive oaks and growing cedars, forming thoughts on natural selection. Or be gardening in an ancient castle, maybe struggling with the hassle, learning how your wondrous pieces have to connect. Hey, this one's popular. This train game is popular. As barons, you will invest in your expansion west with stickers that you'll never see showing up in Monopoly. So there's 10 modern examples of games that are better than the one you had there. So have you made a decision? Oh, you found Catan. Though I'd like to voice, it would not be my choice. I will not make a peep. I hope you have a great time trading all that wood for sheep. Bye! La 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 la. Catan is popular, but much better than Monopoly.
Eric Summer, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vasel.
Hi there, I'm Eric Summer.
And we run a small podcast called the Dice Tower Podcast, which is still happening occasionally, and you can download and listen to it.
Sure.
With our co-host, Julia Hearn, who's also here tonight. You'll see her later. We are here presenting the best games of 2023, and I'm very excited about this, not necessarily because of the winners, which we're about to show you, but because I think every game on each of these nominated lists is fantastic. If it's nominated, it's worth you buying. So we're giving you 14 categories. I don't know, you have like 70 games to buy tomorrow. All right? So the publishers are happy. So anyhow, we're going to be presenting these tonight, and I hope that you enjoy this with a couple other things involved. And we have a lot of different people in the Dice Tower and other podcasts and video review shows who vote on these. I don't vote at all, so stop yelling at me about my decisions. But we're excited to present these to you tonight, and so we're just going to jump right into this
with our reward for the best welcoming game. So to welcome us to that category, here is Z and Camilla.
I love you too. Random stranger. You know, I really wasn't thinking I had to do this, but Eric did it, so here we go. I dreamed a dream that I'd say hi welcome you to...
No, that's not what we have to do. We just have to introduce the award.
But
and the nominees.
that guy liked it?
The one that loves you?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy loves me.
No, he's hitting on you.
He's hitting on me?
He's hitting on you. It's different. Very different.
See you later, Connor. All right, fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way then. We will talk about welcoming games. Welcoming games. I love them.
They're like the comfort food of games.
Yes.
Right? You love to sit down and just take your time with them, share them with your friends, and they always just leave you feeling so good.
Yeah, sharing food, that's not going to happen.
No, you're selfish.
No, that's me. Welcoming games, though, I will share them. And with that, let's take a look at these nominees.
Best Welcoming Game. Dice Manor, published by Arcane Wonders. Garrett Herter, designer. Fiction, published by Allplay. Peter C. Hayward, designer. Nar, published by Bombix. Thomas DuPont, designer. Robot Quest Arena, published by Wise Wizard Games. Robert Daughtry, C.J. Moynihan, Paul Waite, designers. Wandering Towers, published by Capstone Games. Michael Kiesling, Wolfgang Kramer, designers.
And the award goes to Wandering Towers, designed by Michael Kiesling and Wolfgang Kramer, published by Capstone Games.
Wandering Towers is nominated for one award tonight. Coming to the stage is project manager for Capstone Games, Christopher High.
Congratulations. Get you your award.
Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of the Capstone team, we want to say thank you. And thank you very much to all the fans. Thank you to the Dice Tower. And keep playing good games. And also thank you to Abacus Spiel.
One more.
All right, for our next award, which is our best two-player game for two different people. Yeah, that's what that means. Okay, I got it. I got two people who are contributors to Board Game Breakfast. We got Ryan and Bethany from Ryan and Bethany's Game Reviews.
Well, hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
Ryan, you know what I love about two-player games?
What's that?
Okay, I understand that some two-player games can be mean and aggressive, but I get to play them with you. That's what I love about two-player games. It can be so cozy, romantic. It's just you and me playing a game. What do you love about two-player games?
I love that two-player games, a lot of times they come in the same size box, the same shape box, so that way I can stack them all together in the same part of my game shelf. And that way it's completely uniform and exactly how I need it to be. I can look at that corner of the shelf and just know it's perfection.
Okay, I just want to make sure I understand this. My favorite part about playing two-player games is that I get to play them with you.
Right.
And your favorite part about two-player games is our shelf.
Okay, let's just take a look at the nominees.
Best two-player game. Disney Lorcana, published by Ravensburger. Ryan Miller, Steve Warner, designers. Match of the Century, published by Capstone Games. Paolo Mori, designer. Sale, published by Allplay. Akiyama Koryo, Kozu Yusei, designers. Sky Team, published by Scorpion Masqué. Luke Ramon, designer. Star Wars: The Deck Building Game, published by Fantasy Flight Games. Caleb Grace, designer.
And the winner is Sky Team, designed by Luc Ramon, published by the Scorpion Mask.
All right, Sky Team is nominated for 5 awards tonight. Coming to the stage is Matthew Legault, head writer for Le Scorpion Masque.
Thank you very much. I take them both? Sure. Thank you. Wow, fantastic. Well, thank you very much. That was quite the competition with some incredible games up there. But on behalf of the Scorpion Masque team, I'd like to thank you all for your support. Thank you to the Dice Tower team, and thanks for flying with us.
To present our next award for Best Party Game, a gentleman who brings the party wherever he goes, Mr. Grant Lyon.
Hello, everybody. Hello, good to see you. I, like everybody in this room, love board games, and I own a lot of board games. And I'm also a professional comedian, and I perform all over the country. And whenever I'm in comedy clubs these days, I'll tell the audience I have a lot of board games, and then I'll go, what number pops into your head when I say that? Like, what do you think I mean when I say a lot of board games? And the number one answer I get is like, 10? Is it 10? Do they make more than 10 board games? That seems like an insane amount, 10. Someone will sheepishly be like, 20? Is that right? The most I have ever gotten guessed at any comedy club across America is 100, and that guy got booed. Like, people are like, that's insane. Why would you ever have that many? And then I have to be like, well, buckle up, because it's about 700. And then I watch people's heads explode. And I got to tell you, board games, bad for my dating life. For that reaction exactly right there. Because you can't go on a first date and tell somebody that you own 700 board games. Right? It's a very normal first date question. Like, what are you into? And I'm going to be like, board games. And then in her mind, she's going to be like, oh, that's cute. He plays Monopoly every once in a while. And then I will bring her back to my house, and she will see 700 board games and go, oh, I have made a terrible mistake. And the funniest thing about this to me is I'm on her side. Like, I think she's right in this scenario, because 700 is way too much of anything if you are not also into that thing. Right? If I was like talking to a lady on a first date and I was like, what are you into? And she was like, oh, I love bobbleheads. I'd be like, oh, that's quirky, that's fun. If I went back to her house and she had 700 bobbleheads, just everywhere I look, I'd be like, oh, I'm for sure getting murdered tonight. Oh. Like, it's very obvious, right? She's going to cut off my head and put it on a stick so it bobbles. I'm going to be part of the collection. Oh. I love board games, I do, but, you know, they're not really a hobby anymore to a lot of people here. Right? Board games, more of a lifestyle. You know, it switches from hobby to lifestyle when you get to the point that if you die, it becomes a burden on your loved ones. A lot of burdens in here tonight. A lot of burdens. But I love board games. I do. You know, we have some isms, right? Gamers, for sure. Like, one of the things that board gamers always do is we ask people, what's your favorite game? Right? And I think, you know, we do that for 2 reasons. One of the reasons is we genuinely want to hear about new games. But the second reason is based on what you say, we're going to decide whether we want to be friends with you or not. Right there in that moment. because this is a true story. I think one of the first Gen Cons I was at was like 2018, and I just like had a sandwich and I was sitting in the hallway outside of the exhibit hall just trying to eat this sandwich super quickly to jump back in the exhibit hall. And I watched two gamers meet for the first time, and they were chatting for a couple of minutes. And then eventually it got to that question, and one of the guy goes, "What's your favorite game of all time?" And the other guy goes, "Sheriff of Nottingham." And then the first guy goes, "Good luck to you," and walks away. Brutal. Brutal. I love party games, though. I love games like Sheriff of Nottingham. That's why I am here to present the best party game of 2023. So thanks for having me, everybody. We got so many great games nominated this year. Let's hear the nominees for the best party game.
Best Party Game. Among Cultists, published by Godot Games. Stefan Godot, designer. Blob Party, published by WizKids. Pam Walls, designer. Fiction, published by Allplay. Peter C. Hayward, designer. Nekojima, published by Unfriendly Games. David Carmona, Karen Nguyen, designers. That's Not a Hat, published by Ravensburger. Casper Lapp, designer.
All right. 5 great games, and our winner of the best party game of 2023 is Blob Party, designed by Pam Walls and published by WizKids.
Blob Party is nominated for one award tonight. Coming to the stage is Pam Walls, designer.
Thank you so much. Wow. I did a carry-on, so something's got to go, I guess. So 8 years ago, I went to my first playtesting convention down in Orlando, Florida. I was very nervous, and during my very first playtesting session of that convention, who walks in but Tom Vasel? And he stood and watched my playtest, which made me even more nervous. But it was a very cool moment for me. At that same convention, they had a panel of industry experts, and on that panel was Zev Schlesinger. I learned a lot from that panel and from that convention. After that, I was all in on my game design efforts. Now, fast forward 8 years later, I'm accepting the award for Party Game of the Year at the Dice Tower Awards, hosted by Tom Vasel and the Dice Tower crew, for a game that was picked up by Zev Schlesinger when he was at WizKids. So this is a pretty cool full circle moment for me, but it's all to say that for any designers out there watching or in this room who are just starting out, you can be up on this stage one day too. I'm proof of that. Just keep going, keep growing, and keep making games. Thank you very much.
All right, like every year, we're going to have 2 people introduce the best solo game. Because that's how we do it. And every year, we pick the same 2 people, Mike Delicio and Z Garcia.
Thank you. All right. Hi, I'm back. Thanks for dressing up, Mike.
Well, you know, I do what I can.
You know what's funny? A lot of people associate Mike with like being the solo guy, and I think you are the solo guy. But
I'm the solo guy.
What you don't realize, maybe what you don't realize is I was doing solo reviews on the channel before you were even on the channel.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Well, that is impressive, you know. But I'm not sure if you're aware. I created a solo game segment that is award-winning and ran for several years on Board Game Breakfast.
I have a lot of solo modes that are uncredited, but they're out there and they're getting played.
I taught David Turtsy everything he knows.
I taught Jackie Fox how to play the bass. That's not true. That's not true. I'm sorry, Jackie.
Clearly, we're not going to solve this right now. We'll do it later over a game of Nemo's War. But right now, let's just get to those nominees.
Let's go.
Best Solo Game. "20 Strong," published by Chip Theory Games, Josh J. Carlson, designer. For Northwood, published by Side Room Games, Wilhelm Sue, designer. Kinfire Delve, published by Incredible Dream Studios, Kevin Wilson, designer. Legacy of You, published by Garfield Games, Shem Phillips, designer. Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies, published by Red Raven Games, Ryan Lockett, designer.
And the winner for Best Solo Game is Legacy of You, designed by Shem Phillips, published by Garfield Games.
Legacy of You is nominated for one award tonight. Coming to the stage is Andy Lupp, VP of Sales for Renegade Games.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Shem couldn't be here. He's very, very happy about this. When we told him it was nominated, of course, he was very proud. And this is a very special game for a lot of reasons, I think, but mainly, too, because the nominees, all of the nominees for Solo Game were amazing. So congratulations to all the nominees tonight, but in this category as well. I have to just briefly say that I was reminded from my brother recently that I've been a solo gamer my whole life. When it started to kind of come to the idea that solo gamers were folks that didn't have an actual fun play group that they could meet with every week and would just kind of like have to solemnly sit at their own table and play the game by themselves. But actually, back in the day, I was playing solo games back in the 80s when it was fantasy books, endless quest books where you'd turn a page, roll a die, and you were always going on that adventure by yourself. And I think Legacy of You is a great testament to that, because not only is it a great worker placement game, but you get to read an incredible campaign story along with it. So thank you again, Dice Tower. Thanks everyone who voted for it. It's an amazing journey, Legacy of You. Hope you get to try it, and thanks again.
Next up on the agenda is Best Reprint. And in order to present the nominees for that award, Joey Evans and Alex Evans.
All right, this is it. Here we are.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing.
Thank goodness.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people are like, I do magic. So people are like, you should do some magic.
Yes.
And Tom's like, you should do some magic. Do some magic.
Okay.
You, sir, what's your name? Brandon. Brandon, name a card. Yep, that's it. It's a good one.
Incredible.
Try to replay that on YouTube and get it.
Oh, I know. How did you do that?
All right.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we're up here for, we like zombie games.
We do.
Which I think was why they have us doing Best Reprint.
Yep, Back from the Dead.
Because this is Back from the Dead. Yeah. The games that are so good, you bring them back from the dead.
Yep.
This should be called I Am Legend. It was a movie.
I know.
Zombies.
I love it.
Whatever.
Great job.
All right.
And the nominations for Best Reprint are...
Best Reprint. The Castles of Burgundy, published by Awaken Realms, Stefan Feld, designer. La Granja, published by Board and Dice, Michael Keller, Andreas Odendahl, designers. Ra, published by 25th Century Games, Reiner Knizia, designer. Santa's Workshop, published by Elf Creek Games, Keith Ferguson, designer. Zoo Vadis, published by Bitewing Games. Reiner Knizia, designer.
All right. The winner of Best Reprint is Castles of Burgundy, Stefan Feld.
Castles of Burgundy is nominated for 2 awards tonight. Coming to the stage is Florian Waldenhofer, Executive Vice President of Ravensburger North America.
Almost as heavy as the box of Burgundy. So, thank you so much for this award. Thank you to our friends at Awakened Realms, and a big shout out also to our beloved Stefan Feld. And excited about this award here, and well, we'll bring it back to Germany and to Poland, and yeah, we might need one more for the US, but there we go. Thank you.
Welcome to the Dice Tower Award here at Gen Con 2024. Let's hit the pavement and go talk with some nice real people out there on the streets and see what they have to say. What is your name?
My name is Robert. Jeff. Sam. I'm John. My name is Daryl. Matt. Mundy.
My name is Brian.
Colby McKnight.
Do you ever watch the Dice Tower?
Yes.
Now, who's your favorite member of the Dice Tower?
I don't know. I like Roy.
Have you ever watched the Dice Tower?
I have. Ryan, have you ever heard the Dice Tower?
No. Now, who's your favorite member of the Dice Tower?
I actually got to say Z, because he looks very much like my brother-in-law.
Sam's back, right?
Well, that would be whoever I'm watching at the time.
You're watching me right now.
That would be you.
John, have you ever heard the Dice Tower?
No.
It's gonna make the rest of my questions awkward. All right. Have you heard of the Dice Tower?
I have not.
Perfect.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
I have not. Jacob, you watch the Dice Tower?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And who's your favorite member of the Dice Tower?
Oh, Tom. Tom's cool.
I love Tom. Tom is a great guy. He's been to Brazil.
Okay. Do you happen to have like a family member that works for the Dice Tower?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Is it me?
Yeah, maybe.
It's ridiculous. Are you here for Gen Con?
I am.
That was lucky.
Who's your favorite member of the Dice Tower?
Mr. Trap. I had to say Z. I don't know. It's too many. I like them all.
Okay. Do you need any hints or anything? Who's your favorite person on the Dice Tower? Let me turn around this way. Oh, what is your name?
Moondog.
Wulong, are you here for a Gen Con?
No.
Brian the Balloon Artist. Have you ever heard of the Dice Tower?
Not really.
All right. Have you heard of the Dice Tower?
No.
Seriously, is it me? Who's your favorite member of the Dice Tower?
How about I say you?
Who's your favorite member of the Dice Tower?
I mean, I haven't heard of it, so I don't know.
Seriously, I introduced you to your wife.
Oh, is that the thing you're doing?
Have you?
All right, for our next award, Best Cooperative Game, I said we have a podcast, and I have 2 amazing co-hosts who do not need me on that show, so they're going to introduce this award. That would be Eric Summer and Julie Ahern.
Why, hello, Julie.
Why, hello, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing splendidly. How are you?
I'm good. How's your day been? Busy?
It's been busy. It's been sort of like front-loaded for, about 20 minutes ago. Everything was pretty much focused on that, and now I'm just really relaxed.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, maybe you could take the lead on introducing this next category, because my mind's a complete blank
Happy to do it. So see how well we are cooperating?
We are.
We are very cooperative.
We are.
We work very well together.
Communication is important.
It is. It's a shame we have that Tom also on our show.
You know he didn't leave the stage. He's still sitting over there, right? Let's look at the nominees.
Let's.
Best Cooperative Game. Kinfire Chronicles, published by Incredible Dream Studios. Kevin Wilson, Daryl Hardy, Adela Kapusinska, Brandon Perdue, designers. Sky Team, published by Scorpion Masqué, Luc Ramond, designer. Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies, published by Red Raven Games, Brian Lockett, designer. Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, published by Slugfest Games, Jeff Botone, Jennifer Kitzman, Jeff Morrow, Sam Waller, designers. Unmatched, Tales to Amaze, published by Restoration Games, Jason Hager, Darren Reckner, designers.
And the winner is Sky Team.
Luc Ramond, designer.
This is the second award, Dice Star Award tonight for Sky Team. It previously won for Best Two-Player Game. Coming to the stage is T. Kara's director for Hachette.
There's a lot for me to carry up here. I didn't even know, is there an overhead bin? I don't. I was going to do a joke about landing in Indianapolis, but we've already arrived. So please don't unfasten your seatbelt until we've come to the gate and the airline pilot has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. Anyway, we distribute, Hachette Board Games distributes and sells in the US. So if you have purchased or played Sky Team in the US, thank you very much. We do have some more at the booth, but it's been an honor to work with Scorpion Masqué and to also accept one of these awards for them tonight. So thank you.
All right. I get to continue standing, because next up is our award for Best Small Publisher. And in order to introduce that, two stars of the Dice Tower channel, you may have seen them all over the place, Stella Yaha and Mark Street.
Good day, everyone. So before I start, Tom, can you please turn around? We want to talk about you behind your back, so you don't hear it. No, I'm joking. So speaking about Tom, I have been working with Tom since 2020, and I can tell you there's no one quite like him. Right, Mark?
That's so true.
Yes, he's quite honest. I mean, to be honest, he's brutally honest.
Yes.
He's so passionate about board game. He makes my board game hobby looks like just a little hobby. And he's, what else can I tell about Tom, right?
Brutally
he
honest.
is brutally honest.
Yes.
And, oh my God, he's, remember, he even set a board game on fire one time.
Well, from what I understand, he was really just trying to bring heat to the competition. Is really the key thing there. And the thing is that I've worked with Tom since, I don't know, like the age of the dinosaurs.
Don't tell your age.
Yeah, or so it seems. And so have you heard his theory about meeples, though?
What is it?
He's convinced that meeples are tiny little aliens that have been sent here to study our strategic thinking.
What?
Yeah.
Well, don't get me started. Speaking about wild theories, he still does not believe that my other half, Tarrant, is actually real because he hasn't seen him in person. I mean, he's on YouTube. Surely he's real, right? It's like the modern version of, hey, I see it on TV.
Right.
It's going to be real.
It's the same thing.
No, yes.
But we've both worked with Tom for a long time. He's got a big heart, he's got a big presence, and literally, have you seen how tall he is? Hey, we tried to play hide and seek once, but spoilers, he lost.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, but why we're really here is present the award for the best small publisher, and we truly appreciate their effort and all they bring to the gaming world.
Yes, exactly. So we all have to start somewhere, even Tom.
Yep.
He probably in the previous life, he's probably a board game piece.
Yes.
Probably one of those, Monopoly hat piece. The hat. Just the hat. Yes. So let's hear the nominees.
Let's hear the
Mark.
nominees.
Yeah, let's do it.
Best game from a small publisher. Distilled, published by Paverson Games. Dave Beck, designer. Earthborn Rangers, published by Earthborn Games. Andrew Fisher, Brooks Flugar-Leavitt, Andrew Navarro, Adam Sadler, Brady Sadler, designers. For Northwood, published by Side Room Games. Wilhelm Sue, designer. Lunar Rush, published by Dead Alive Games. Stephen Brown, designer. Raising Robots, published by Nauvoo Games. Brett Sobol, Seth Van Orton, designers.
And the winner is
Distilled. From Paverson Game by Dave.
Distilled is nominated for 6 awards tonight, which is the most nominations of any game in 2023. Coming to the stage is Dave Beck, designer.
Oh, good Lord. Thank you. This is amazing. And it is, you do have to start somewhere. I still am in my basement working, but it's amazing. This is such an honor. This is thanks to all the other publishers that I've looked up to for years. I've talked to, I see some of them out in the crowd right now that I've talked to recently getting advice. And just like others have said, just don't stop trying. It does. It starts in a basement, starts in your own room, wherever. And hopefully someday you will stand up on the stage like this. Is crazy. I can't believe it. I'm going. I'm done.
All right, for our next category, Best New Designer, we have special guests with us from other channels here. We have Alex Radcliffe and Professor Meg Oak.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Today we are presenting the award for Best New Designer. Now, as board game players, we love board games. And we don't just love board games in general, but we love a lot of specific games. And that's because of the heart that these designers put into their games. They don't just put their heart in it, they put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears until these games are finally made. Unless you're Tom Vasel, and then it's just nothing personal.
Although, speaking of Tom Vasel, unless you are a known designer, unless you are a Stefan Feld, an Eric Lang, Irina Knizia, it's so easy for us to sit down to a new game experience, to have a great time with our friends, our family, whoever, and not give a lot of thought to the name that's on that box. And that's what this award is for. And to everyone watching, to any aspiring designers out there, active or in the future, thank you for the games that you create.
Besides, now you can work on the best part, your Dice Tower promo.
And with that, let's take a look at the nominees.
Best game from a new designer. Apiary, published by Stonemeyer Games. Connie Vogelman, designer. Distilled, published by Paverson Games. Dave Beck, designer. Forest Shuffle, published by Lookout Games. Posh, designer. Hegemony, published by Hegemonic Project Games. Vangelis Bagyartakis, Barnabas Timothea, designers. Last Light, published by Grey Fox Games. Roy Canaday, designer.
And the winner is Last Light by Roy Canaday. Run, Roy, run!
Last Light is nominated for 1 award tonight. Coming to the stage is designer Roy Canaday.
Awesome. Is Tom not accepting the award?
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone. I know I'm a new designer, but a game's not made by one person. I want to thank my dad for like teaching me games growing up. We played so many games. I want to thank Gray Fox for believing in the vision of Last Light. When so many people said, oh, it needs to be cardboard disc, like Gray Fox and Shane and the team believed in making an awesome epic looking game. I also want to thank Tom for like inspiring like passion in board games. I watched so many design videos and him interviewing so many designers and made me want to design board games myself. And I just want to say also thank you to my fiance who played a ton of playtesting with me and helped me a ton with the game as well. And hopefully that's the last time I call her my fiance since we're getting married in October. So thank you so much. But yeah, and thank you to all of you who have played Last Light. It has been amazing seeing all the success that it's had so far, and I'm super stoked, and hopefully this won't be the only one that you guys see. So thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Joey Evans, and I thought this would be a good time to let you behind the scenes a little bit. So I thought it'd be a good time to tell you a couple of things that you might not have known about the Dice Tower. Now everybody knows Z for his lightning quick comedy and how quick he is with all the little banter and stuff. What you don't know is, it's going to depress you, it's not even written by him.
Hey man, heading out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
You're locking up.
Okay, cool. Hey Siri, what should I say when Mike brings up Ryan or Knizia and that Viking seesaw game again? I need something funny.
You could say, I might as well get you a shirt that says, ask me about my seesaw.
That's good, Siri. I'm gonna slay with that.
Biggest thing people know about Tom Vasel is his hat. He loves his hats, and people wonder, how do you choose your hat, Tom? Well, the answer is Tom does not choose his hats. His hats choose him.
Hats. Who shall I wear today?
You said you can edit that out in post, right?
Oh yeah, sure. We have a couple people that work behind the scenes here at the Dice Tower, like Kenny and Emery. And we've had people ask us, why are they never on camera? Well, they are on camera. Like Emery's on camera a lot, but he has mastered the ability to move so slowly you can't even see him. Here's a recent playthrough. See if you notice him.
So on your turn, you have 3 options for spending your action points here. Movement is the first one, the most obvious of the rules. Attacking is the second one. You're going to be rolling 3 safe dice and 1 danger die. Or, if you'd like, you can double the danger and remove the safe dice, but there's more opportunities that striking is going to happen back to you. The third possible action...
And Roy Cannaday, the lover of everything battle, loves miniatures and all this, but you know what? Roy Cannaday... he's got a secret.
Where's Wendy? Hey, Wendy, are you playing brass? Roy, are you playing a Euro?
Are you guys recording this? I need privacy.
Everyone loves the Dice Tower library, how blinged out it is, and the miniatures come out painted, and those are painted by Wendy Yee. And she does a great job, but her painting style, it's a bit odd.
Ooh, exquisite.
Okay, so that is a behind-the-scenes look of a couple of secrets here at the Dice Tower. Back to the award ceremony.
You're sure you can take me out in post?
Oh, yeah. Sure, trust me.
Thanks, Joey. All right. Speaking of Joey, he's coming on now with Sam Healy to talk about the game that gets the award for the best theming. I think. Yes, here they come.
That was awkward. A lot more applause when you're out here with me.
Weird. All right. You know what? I thought since I did magic last time, I gotta do some magic this time. You might have noticed when you walk by, the 2 awards for best theming are not out there.
Yeah.
It's because I want to have them float on stage.
Cool.
Yeah, all right?
All right.
Check this out. Watch.
Go ahead. I hope there are no children in here.
Do you miss who you were before you saw that?
I wish I hadn't seen the awards, period. I want to block this entire experience from my mind. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. We're out here because we're themers, right?
Yeah.
We like theme.
Absolutely
Big
love
theme. Theme games that just drip with theme.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, this
sure.
should be like the games with the best drip.
You need to go see a doctor.
All right, fine.
That's disgusting. Let's take a look at this year's nominees for Best Theming.
Best Theme. Age of Comics, published by Lirius Games. Giacomo Cimini, Sonia Goncalves, designers. Distilled, published by Paverson Games. Dave Beck, designer. Sky Team, published by Scorpion Masqué. Luc Ramond, designer. The Fox Experiment, published by Pandasaurus Games. Jeff Frazier, Elizabeth Hargrave, designers. Thunder Road Vendetta, published by Restoration Games. Dave Chalker, Brett Myers, Noah Cohen, Rob Davio, Justin D. Jacobson, Jim Kiefer, Brian Neff, designers.
Can I open it now?
You can open it.
Okay, cool. All right, so the winner for Best Theming is Thunder Road Vendetta.
Thunder Road Vendetta is nominated for 3 awards tonight. Coming to the stage is record-setting and now 9-time Dice Tower Award winner Rob Daviau, Chief Restoration Officer for Restoration Games, and Dave Chalker, designer.
Wow. So, because this is the best theming category, I just want to say thank you to Mad Max for letting us rip off your whole thing. Thank you.
About 10 years ago, I was teaching at NYU University on game design, and my TA was from Iceland, and she did a passionate presentation of why Euro games were great, and then I took the Ameritrash view, and all I did was put up a slide of a car on fire going off a ramp, and I said, someday. So thank you.
So we've already determined that one of these 2 gentlemen is really big on production value. And I'm sure that the other one is as well. So to introduce the award for Best Production, it's Chris Yee and Mike DeLisio.
That was awesome.
Where is he? Where's Chris? I'm sorry, Mike.
It was a Broadway quick change. Production value. That's what I care about.
For the production nomination, this is what we've got.
Take it or leave it.
I had something planned, Chris. Seriously, I was going to be saying something and I have no idea.
Does this help?
It most assuredly does not help, Chris. Look, I'm gonna give this up because I don't want to make you angry. I'm sure I would not like you when you're angry. I think it's best for everybody here if we just get to the nominees. Yes?
Best Production. The Castles of Burgundy, published by Awaken Realms, Stefan Feld, designer. Distilled, published by Paverson Games, Dave Beck, designer. Ra, published by 25th Century Games, Reiner Knizia, designer. Thunder Road Vendetta, published by Restoration Games, Dave Chalker, Brett Myers, Noah Cohen, Rob Davio, Justin D. Jacobson, Jim Kiefer, Brian Neff, designers. World Wonders, published by Arcane Wonders, Zay Mendez, designer.
Open the envelope, Chris.
I don't think I can.
The winner, Best Production Value, Castles of Burgundy, designed by Stefan Feld and published by Awaken Realms.
This is the second Dice Tower Award tonight for Castles of Burgundy. It previously won for Best Reprint. Coming to the stage again is Florian Baldenhofer, Executive Vice President of Ravensburger, North America.
Congratulations.
I'm so sorry.
Wow, that is amazing. So for many years, we have watched a lot of you playing the Castle of Burgundy and send us notes of like a very high production value game, and I think this one delivered. So big thank you to Awaken Realms, the team at Awaken Realms, which have done an amazing job, and they were fantastic to work with. We'll bring these awards back to them, and thank you. Let's keep playing games.
All right, my wonderful two co-hosts again from the podcast, Eric Summer and Julia Hearn, are going to come and talk about the best art in games.
Hello again, Julie.
Why, hello. You know, I didn't mention earlier, but you look stunning tonight.
Thank you very much, and you are looking lovely as well.
Well, thank you. And in my family, we do dress up.
Good.
For events. It's a thing we do. But while we look nice, you know what looks even better?
Is it board game art?
It is board game art. And you know, we could wax poetic, but really, let's let the picture say the 1,000 words.
Let's do it. The nominees are
Best Artwork. Dixit, Disney Edition, published by Libelud. Mava De Silva, Natalie Domboy, artwork. Kinfire Chronicles, published by Incredible Dream Studios. Kate Radesiuk, Katarzyna Beku, Sandra Chelwinska, Veronica Kozira, artwork. Disney Lorcana, published by Ravensburger. Corey Godby, Luis Huerta, Cam Kendall, Jake Parker, artwork. Septima, published by Mindclash Games. Barbara Burnett, Vilo Farkas, artwork. Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies, published by Red Raven Games. Ryan Lockett, artwork.
And the winner is Best Artwork, for Best Artwork is Disney Lorcana.
Corey Godby, Luis Huerta, Cam Kendall, Jake Parker, art, published by Ravensburger.
Disney Lorcana is nominated for 2 awards tonight. Coming to the stage are once again Florian Baldenhofer, Executive Vice President of Ravensburger North America, and Justin Dill, Marketing Manager for Lorcana.
Taking these all home. Thank you.
Yeah, this artwork is amazing. Like I have been part of this journey from day one. It was our last flight that we took down to Disney and decided we should make a trading card game together. And then the pandemic happened. It has been a journey, and I want to thank all the artists that we're working with. I want to thank hundreds of artists that are out there. They're doing an amazing job on this game. I want to thank our design team and, of course, the team at Disney. It has been a ride, and we're very excited to bring more of this beautiful artwork into this world and for you to enjoy the game. Thank you.
The Dice Tower presents Board Gamer Stereotypes. The home brewer who knows better than the game designer.
The second action, I'm going to surge. Okay, we get ambushed. I know you normally put out a walker. No, I like to put out a tank right outside the door, pointing it. And it's you.
The hovering game designer that knows better than the player.
All right, research time. Yeah, I'm playing this one.
You don't even have enough resources.
The analysis paralysis gamer.
What?
The over-particular gamer.
Oh, before you touch the cards, could you put on the gloves?
But they have sleeves.
But the gloves are to protect the sleeves. Some people.
The bad poker face.
So now we have the sleeper agent phase, so we deal out everybody's second loyalty card.
Could you just remind everybody when the Cylon takes his action?
The snacker.
Why?
The klutzy player.
All right, I think my guy is under here. Found him.
The no-help packer-upper.
I don't really know how you want things, so I'll just kind of let you do it. Make a phone call. Mom, it's been a while since I've called.
The loophole finder and excessively long turn taker.
Seriously, why?
While there are many, many more, that's enough for today. Let's get back to the awards.
And now to present the nominees for Best Strategy Game, a pair that has quite the reputation in the office for liking heavier material, Chris and Wendy Yee.
The quick change wasn't so quick this time, but we're glad that your fingers and toes and hands and arms have all made it now.
Survived the change, and that's all I could ask for.
So strategy games, these are some of our favorites. Strategy games are those games that you really want to dive into and figure out how the game works. And they're so much fun.
The ones that you can come back to time and time again and should stand up the test of time, and if you have 700 of them, people question the long-term effects on your family.
There you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the nominees.
Best Strategy Game. Darwin's Journey, published by Thundergriff Games. Simone Luciani, Nestor Mangione, designers. Distilled, published by Paverson Games. Dave Beck, designer. Earth, published by Inside Up Games. Maxine Tardif, designer. Forest Shuffle, published by Lookout Games. Tosh, designer. The White Castle, published by DeVere. Isra C., Shay S., designers.
And the winner for Best Strategy Game is Earth by Maxima Tardif, published by Inside Up Games.
Earth is nominated for 2 awards tonight. Coming to the stage are Connor McGoey, owner of Inside Up Games, and Maxime Tardif, designer.
I'm pretty quiet, so I'll let Max talk.
You're pretty quiet. Yeah, so thanks a lot for everybody that voted for Earth. It's really appreciated. It's an honor to be here. I've been watching you guys at the Dice Tower for the last 10 years, so this really means a lot to me. And thanks to Inside Up and Isabel that suggested that I do a game on planes. I guess it was a good idea.
A little behind the scene knowledge. When Max pitched me this game back in the day, he had some specific people he designed the game for, and you were one of them. So he knows what he's doing. Good job, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you.
I like having games designed for me. All right. All right, our next category, one of my favorite, most innovative game. And we're going to have Mike DeLisio 3 times? Okay, Mike DeLisio and Camilla come and present this award.
You know, Mike, a wise man once said, innovation is dead. And I say wise, let's be very clear. A wise man said, innovation is dead, and everything that can be had been done.
Yeah, and then they published a game where you pretended that your hand was a salmon and you flopped it all over the place.
We all know the one.
And that guy shut up.
I think that's the key, though, right there, is animals. Because we have happy salmon, hungry, hungry hippos.
Turing machine.
You really don't understand that game.
Let's not get caught up in the details.
The details are innovation is not dead, as these nominees prove.
Most innovative game. Books of Time, published by Board and Dice. Philippe Glowwash, designer. Earthborn Rangers, published by Earthborn Games. Andrew Fisher, Brooks Flugar-Leavitt, Andrew Navarro, Adam Sadler, Brady Sadler, designers. Kutna Hora, published by Czech Games Edition. Andrzej Bystrom, Peter Koslava, Pavel Jarosz, designers. Noobs in Space, published by Cosmos. Johannes Krenner, Marcus Slavidischek, designers. Sky Team, published by Scorpion Masqué. Luc Ramond, designer.
And the winner is Sky Team.
This is the 3rd Dice Tower Award tonight for Sky Team. It previously won for Best 2-Player Game and Best Cooperative Game. Coming to the stage again is Matthew Legault, head writer for Le Scorpion Masqué.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. Innovative game, yeah. It really is an amazing looking game on the table. The innovation of having 2 people working together to land a plane, that was the idea of the designer Luc Ramond, and it's a wonderful way to bring people together, to have them communicating like that around the table. Although I did bump into a guy at the restaurant earlier on, and I was chatting with somebody next to me, and we mentioned Sky Team, and I said that I'd worked on the game, and he turned and looked at me and said, "Your game almost destroyed my marriage." He was joking. They played twice in a game store. He was exaggerating. But I think, seriously speaking, a lot of the credit for the innovations behind this game go to our creative director and graphic designer, Sébastien Bizot, under the watchful eye of Manuel Sanchez, the head of our studio. The UI of Sky Team is incredible. It's just, it works so well, it looks so good, and it plays so nicely. I'm just very, very proud of what our team has put together. Thank you very much.
All right. You know, Eric did a really good job with the musical last year.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good. We
Oh, yeah.
got to top that. I need both of you to do that this year, but like better.
Oh, better than Eric's thing, you mean?
Yeah.
Like a musical number.
Same thing, but better.
That Eric did.
Yeah. You can do it. I mean, a whole musical if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I've already have several ideas, Tom.
Yeah, I know some hula hoopers. Yeah, Mike and I together, we got this, Tom.
Fantastic. You have 2 days and $12.63. Cool. Thank you, guys.
There's no way.
There's one way.
You're a star at the Dice Tower Awards. 5 games will enter, but only one can win. But you see, if it was only up to me, all of you'd be winners, unless your game comes in a tin. There's no turning back at this point. None of these games would disappoint if they were in fact the winner. We spare no expense, but there's more at the Dice Tower Awards. Recognizing greatness in the years that came before. Hall of Fame, no, it's more than just a game. Something that has shaped us, help to spread our wings to soar. You're a star at the Dice Tower Awards.
All right, something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and finally we put it together this past Winter Spectacular on the Dice Tower, is the Dice Tower Hall of Fame. And I've always been, very excited because I like to recognize games, whether like them or not, games that made a big impact or just amazing games. And we started off with a lot. Frankly, people are like, that's a whole lot of games. Like, well, there's 100 years worth of games we were taking a look at here. So before we talk any more tonight, just to remind you, in case you didn't watch that, here are the games in our inaugural class that we added this past winter. Again, that might seem like a ton of games, but considering there are, probably 100,000 games in existence, not too many. So what we do with the Dice Tower Hall of Fame is the game has to be at least 10 years old, and then we sit together and we talk about it. This is something I'm involved with. I really like being involved in this. And this year, when we picked our 2 editions that we added, it was so very easy. We were making a list of games, and everyone agreed these were the 2 games. And so the first game that we're presenting the Hall of Fame to tonight is a game that started a couple things. I mean, 1, the idea of small little micro games, and 2, sending every designer and publisher scurrying to Japan to find the next great big game. And that game is Love Letter. And so to present the award tonight for Love Letter, I've asked Todd Rowland, who was an executive and producer on Love Letter, helped bring this game here. He's worked in the industry for decades, bringing great board games to America. So Todd's going to present this award. Todd Rowland.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Tom. So, as we say, every so often a game comes along that if it doesn't entirely create a new genre, it comes to define that genre. And Love Letter was definitely that game. Back in 2011, AEG staff were visiting the Tokyo game market when a young man pulled them aside and asked to show them his game. And they said, okay, let's go down to the first floor and we'll find a table and we'll try out your game. And he said, oh, no need, I'll show you in the elevator. And so they got in the elevator, and during the ride down to the ground floor, they received an incredible, if very literal, elevator pitch. And in the time that they took to finish the game, they got to the ground floor. They had played the entire game, and at that point they knew they needed to do something with this game, and that Seiji Kanai, along with a very choosy princess, was about to make a big impact in the game industry. So in Japan at the time, there was a unique philosophy among a lot of the designers there. Games were sort of ephemeral. They would design a game for Game Market that year, print a few hundred copies, and when they sold out, they were sold out. They never reprinted them. They had no intention of reprinting them. There were no second editions, no deluxe editions, no expansions even. The game was over and finished. And they would experiment with design challenges each year among the community. And that year, the design challenge happened to be the 500 yen challenge. Could a designer create a game that could be published and sold for 500 yen, which was effectively $5 US at the time? So for Seiji, he took 16 cards and created a masterpiece, one that definitely then found its way into many, many reprints. Once Love Letter was released around the world, it found a footing very quickly and took off among gamers. Love Letter created many spin-offs and many other editions, including Adventure Time, Archer, Marvel, Batman, and many, many more. Not only did a slew of microgames come out inspired by Love Letter's success, it also brought a new flood of Japanese game designers and designs to the world, and it made Seiji Kanai a household name among gamers. Seiji's gone on to design many, many more popular titles such as Lost Legacy, Unicornus Knights, Wizard's Cup, and the new Delicious and Dungeon card game. And we are pleased to present this Hall of Fame award for Love Letter to Seiji Kanai. And accepting on his behalf tonight from ArcLight is Patrick Flanagan.
Hello. So yes, I am not Seiji Kanai, sorry about that, but he was unable to come to Gen Con this year from Tokyo, but he was very, very happy and very, very honored to be able to receive this reward. And when he heard I was coming here from Tokyo to Gen Con, he asked me to bring it back to him in my suitcase. And then he asked me to come on the stage, and I'm quite nervous, but in any case, he asked me also to send some words to you guys. So he left me with a message to share. These are his words. There is nothing that makes me happier to see others finding enjoyment from the time they spend playing games. I truly hope that you will continue to make the time to play and enjoy Love Letter far into the future as well. And he also recorded a video message for you all to watch, which I believe has been prepared.
Hello everyone, I'm Gen Con and Mr. Tom Vasel. I'm Seiji Kanai, designer of Love Letter. Thank you very much for choosing my game Love Letter to be in the Dice Tower Hall of Fame. It is very surprising and great honor for me. I'm very sorry that I can't attend Gen Con this year. I must take care for my very old parents, so it is difficult to go on a long trip to foreign countries now. I'm very happy that a lot of people are still playing and enjoying the game Love Letter. And I'm very happy that the game can be a gateway for playing table games and designing games on your own. Recently, I continue to make games include variations of Love Letter. I hope players from around the world will continue to play my new titles as well. Thank you very much again. Please enjoy Gen Con.
The other game we're presenting, you might be here at Gen Con and noticing that there's other things here besides board games. And one of those, of course, is role-playing games, and the biggest role-playing game in the world, the granddaddy of them all, Dungeons & Dragons. And cross-breeding those universes is difficult, but one game managed to do that, and that is Lords of Waterdeep. And so this was an easy pick for us, again, to add. Tonight, presenting the award for Lords of Waterdeep, we've asked 9-time winner of Dice Tower Award, Rob Daviau, to come up and present this award.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. It is Tom, right? Another game designer that I know and I respect once told me something very frank that I agreed with, which is, as a designer, when you play a game, you tend to have two reactions. For most of the games, you have kind of a cool, dispassionate, yeah, that was pretty good. You know, if I worked on it, maybe it could be a little bit better, but, you know, good effort, I guess. We got to do something. It's so hard, this job. And then a game comes along, and you get done playing it, and you go, I'm a fraud. I could never make a game like this. What am I doing? And that's how Lords of Waterdeep made me feel, which is why it's an honor to be up here presenting this award. It was 10 years ago. I'm a big D&D fan. It was the golden age of worker placement, and a lot of the worker placement games of the time, Agricola and Puerto Rico, were longer games. They were more complicated games. The theme was sometimes in the front, but a lot of times it was in the back. And then Lords of Waterdeep came along, and it managed to bring the worker placement game in an hour to the table with a strong theme. This is why this game made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing, and why I think this game is so good, and why it still hits the table with my game group on a regular basis. Like a lot of good games, it came together easy. I've worked on many games. Most of them come together hard. The ones that come together easy tend to be the better games. It came together relatively fast. Side note, this is something, Codenames took Vlada 1 hour to design, which means if he were here tonight and started when the show started, he'd be done by now. This was not quite that fast, but I was talking to Rodney, who's over here, he'll be up here in a minute, and he said it was an easy game. In addition, it was Rodney's first board game, so that's another reason why kudos to him. It's type theme. I played a lot with my kids. They were young at the time, and we managed to bring a lot of story to a game about cubes and meeples. We would get done a quest and say, okay, so my thieves have entered this place, and then the fighters take the point. Just a wonderful memory for me, which is why, among many reasons, I jumped to say yes at this, because it really was a lot of fun for my family. Then I met the designers, and it turns out that they're super nice, so you can't even be mad at them for their success. Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. And then I think my favorite part of all of this is it was designed on a train. So I just think that's kind of cool. The original design started on a train going from Seattle to Chicago to come to Gen Con. Rather than flying, it was on a train. And they're like, hey, why don't we just make an award-winning, awesome game that will climb to... I've never designed a board game, but how hard can it be? So I'll just kind of bang this thing out. And that's what they did. So, you know, it is a top 100 on BGG. It won a ton of awards the year that it came out. It is my friend's game that she always asks to play on her birthday. I think it's a wonderful game, and I think it's just a real great addition to the board gaming world. So with that, I'd like to ask Rodney to come up and accept these awards. You get 2 of them.
Put those there. Thanks so much. It is a huge honor to be up here. I'm so grateful that people like the game. But we can't really start things off here without talking about all the other people that helped make it a game, right? There were dozens of people involved in the creation of Lords of Waterdeep, from artists and art directors to production managers, logistics folks helping us source the materials, graphic designers, developers from Magic the Gathering that came over and helped us polish up the mechanics. Truly, it was a case where everyone came in and added, some spices and some ingredients, and the thing that came out something I'm very proud of. My co-designer Peter couldn't be here tonight. Unfortunately, he caught COVID the night before he was supposed to leave to come to the show. So I'm accepting this on both of our behalf. And I just want to say, I watched the video where you announced that Lords of Waterdeep was going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and you said something that really rang true, which is every time you walk into a game store, it's one of the games you see on the shelf that you pull off and play. I think, of all the games that I've gotten to work on over the years, this is the one that I see played the most by the most different people in different places. I've already seen people playing it here at Gen Con today, and it is really the most rewarding thing that a game designer can feel, which is feeling like you're bringing happiness and togetherness and the ability to sit around a table with your friends or with strangers or whoever and play a game. And Lords of Waterdeep is probably the game that I see that the most with of all the board games I've gotten to work on. So thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for playing the game.
All right, before we give out the best game of the year, a couple things. First of all, when we're done here, all those of you who want it, before you scamper off, if you come up here, we want to get a quick picture so that next year Gen Con puts us in the book instead of other award shows. But also we want to see that. Secondly, I want to say a big thank you again. There's all these games and not everyone wins, but they are all fantastic. And some of these people came and sat here and did not win, but their games are amazing. So let's give them a hand because it's fantastic stuff. There are more shows tonight, so when we're done here, we're asking that you exit out the back. If you want to talk to the Dice Tower team or say hi to us, when we're finishing here, we'll come out back there and say hi to you. And then, lastly, on my behalf here, do you realize how little I did tonight? Okay, they didn't have to cheer. All right. Everyone's coming by the booth and saying hi to me, and thanks for what I did, and I do appreciate that. But I have an amazing team. They did a fantastic job putting this show together. They did not tell me what I was doing when they recorded me. They said, just say this. I said it, and then, yes, I'm so pleased. They did a great job, so I'm very thankful for them. We do 10 games for Game of the Year because, well, I like having that slate of 10 games. Get all these games. They're fantastic. They're marvelous.
Indeed. Let's look at the nominees for Game of the Year.
Game of the Year. Darwin's Journey, published by Thundergriff Games. Simone Luciani, Nestor Mangione, designers. Distilled, published by Paverson Games. Dave Beck, designer. Earth, published by Inside Up Games. Maxime Tardif, designer. Forest Shuffle, published by Lookout Games. Kosh, designer. Nucleum, published by Board and Dice. Simone Luciani, David Turksey, designers. Sky Team, published by Scorpion Masqué. Luc Ramond, designer. The White Castle, published by DeVere. Isra C., Shay S., designers. Thunder Road Vendetta, published by Restoration Games. Dave Chalker, Brett Myers, Noah Cohen, Rob Davio, Justin D. Jacobson, Jim Kiefer, Brian Neff, designers. Ticket to Ride, Rails to the West, published by Days of Wonder. Rob Davio, Matt Leacock, Alan R. Moon, designers. World Wonders, published by Arcane Wonders. Zay Mendez, designer.
All right, it's all you, Eric.
Do I get the honors? All right.
Tell us who won.
And the game of the year is, if I can actually, I didn't know I was opening the envelope. There we go. Earth. Maxime Tardif, designer, published by Inside Up Games.
This is the second Dice Tower Award tonight for Earth. It previously won for Best Strategy Game. Coming to the stage again are Connor McGooey, owner of Inside Up Games, and Maxime Tardif, designer.
Oh, fine.
Every time.
Okay, I lied. I actually talk a lot. Side story, because I let Max talk last time. So I am a publisher. I designed the first 7 games of my company. And what you don't hear a lot about sometimes is that, yes, as a game designer, you keep trying, keep putting games out there, but it's true for publishers too. A little bit before Max brought me Earth, I almost threw in the towel. It was really hard, long time, really hard work, and I almost gave up. But at the end of the day, keep being kind to people, keep doing your best and being your best, and people will recognize that. And they'll come to you, they'll see that you're a good person, they'll see that you worked really, really hard, and that pays off. So if you like what you're doing, if you like who you're with, keep working hard, and great things can come to you sometimes.
Thank you. It's really such an honor to be here, and I couldn't agree more with what Connor said, because before working on Earth, I was telling myself, okay, I tried a lot as well. This is a game where I'm going to put everything I could, and if this doesn't work, I guess I'm going to stop making games. So never stop believing. You never know what can happen, and it's really, really amazing. Thank you, guys.
So don't forget, if you have seen our bag contest that we have at the Dice Tower booth, if you haven't entered that, come by and enter that, because one of the games you win was the game of the year, which is Earth. We need to talk about something later. So come on by that. I want to say thank you to Panda Manufacturing for making the heaviest but best board game trophies that are out there. We really appreciate that. Thank you to Jason and Roy and Chris and Mike and Z and my whole team for putting this together. And then Eric, wasn't that amazing at the beginning? But we don't put this on. We do a little bit of entertainment and stuff, but we put this on to showcase these publishers. They're fantastic. Go by their booths, check them out tomorrow, say hi to all of them. It's cool that we're not a hobby where you can go to the most famous people and just talk to them on the floor. It's fantastic. From all of us at the Dice Tower, from me, Tom Vasel.
And me, Eric Summerer.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right, winners, come up for the picture.